I came from Jeff State. I'm very proud of that.
It has allowed me to go and really do something I enjoy doing.
From beginning to end, they've been there for me.
It has changed my life. I can't imagine where I would be if I had not made that step.
Education is the engine that drives all of those things.
For over 50 years, Jefferson State Community College has been changing lives.
Wallace wanted to put a junior college within relatively easy driving distance of everybody in the state. It was in the fall of 1965, around 1,100 students, plus the faculty and staff, all in that one building, and things were crowded and hectic. But that sort of lent itself to the excitement.
When people graduated from Tarrant High School, we almost assumed that the college that was being built was ours. Most of the kids that couldn't afford to go to the University at Tuscaloosa or Auburn or a major university, we were already checking out Jeff State in 1965 when there were literally no sidewalks. The way you got in the building then was wooden pallets on the ground with plywood nailed on top of them from a gravel parking lot.
I came in the fall of '67. I was only able to come because the teachers had given me a scholarship, and I was very thankful for that. My dad worked at Leeds Cement Company, and my mom didn't work, so I would not have been able to go to college.
Well, our first president, Dr. Leroy Brown, came here from the Calhoun County area, Anniston. He was tall, soft-spoken, very, very gentlemanly. He was a career educator. Second president, Dr. George Layton, he was more of a hands-on administrator, more direct. Jefferson State pretty quickly got a reputation as being one of the better junior colleges, if not the best in the state.
The faculty, when they came on board, collectively made the decision that we're going to make this a quality institution. We're not going to apologize. We're not going to dumb down the education. We're going to present a quality education to those who might not otherwise have access to it.
No one in my family had a college education, they would pass high school. I really feel the way Jeff State prepared me academically was to really become a stronger student, not only academically, but from an athletic standpoint. That experience of being there has allowed me to go and really do something I enjoy doing.
1979, Dr. Layton retired. Dr. Merritt came here, she was very approachable, always glad to see you.
Judy remembered everybody's name. She was, always, don't doctor me, I'm Judy.
And Judy Merritt was the ideal person to lead one of those institutions because she knew that the training, the education and skill set that would be transferred to those young people would change their quality of life from that point on.
If you go to the grocery store or go out to eat, she's going to talk to the waitress or the cashier, and she's going to tell them, call Joe. And it's amazing how many calls I got like that.
She also recognized that the faculty represented a strong body and that they had been providing quality education for a number of years.
She invited me to several scholarship interviews, so I heard a lot of stories about people who needed a second chance and were willing to work hard if they got a chance.
Anytime you can improve an individual's ability to not only take care of themselves, but take care of their family and make them productive citizens, you also increase the wealth in a community. Education is the engine that drives all of those things.
How two-year colleges help the whole nation. How two-year colleges help the state of Alabama. Judy had that spirit in her to reach out and bring them in and say, we can make your life better.
4-year curriculum, 2-year curriculum, that didn't bother Judy at all. She was interested in what the student wanted and what the student needed.
It was always hard to describe to friends of mine who lived on this side of the mountain how important a community college was.
You have to appreciate the fact that we are about providing access. And while we have transportation and we might be able to drive or we might be able to relocate to another place to go pursue education, for those with those challenges, it doesn't happen.
Once we were able to get going and get a foothold here in Shelby County on Valleydale Road, I didn't have to explain that much anymore.
It's really a testament to her vision to know that the population growth was happening down this way, that Jeff State needed to expand down this way.
You know, Judy really had a vision, not only just for the campus at Jeff State and Birmingham, both campuses, but she had a vision beyond that. Pell City came about.
You know, Judy had this incredible way of making you think that it was you that had come up with something. She was phenomenal with that. If you know Judy, you're listening to this now and you know Judy, you know what I'm talking about.
Every economic development project carries a code name. Dr. Merritt came out to look at all the sites and driving down I-20 toward Birmingham, and I pointed out the site off to our right, and Dr. Merritt said, that site is dynamite. This project carried the code name Dynamite.
But looking back, Judy knew that Pell City needed to be the site to serve St. Clair County.
It's meant so much in economic development, absolutely invaluable in recruiting more than 3,000 jobs just in this part of St. Clair County.
Without Jeff State being here, I don't think we would see St. Vincent's here or the VA home.
When we went down to Chilton County in 2009, she recognized that although that's 40 miles from the Shelby campus, that might as well be a million miles away for some who don't have transportation, or they're juggling getting their children to school.
What Jeff State has done as far as the community goes and offered educational opportunities for our students now who are enrolling in dual enrollment, who are able to come to this campus, and giving them an opportunity to enter at the 2-year level as opposed to going off to a 4-year university. One of the exciting things too is the partnership, you know, with the city of Clanton. And when we built the Performing Arts Center here, we had a strong mayor who had a great partnership with Dr. Judy Merritt in the city here, said, hey, we would like to have a civic center. And Dr. Merritt said, well, let's sit down and talk about how we can make that happen. It has allowed us the opportunity to bring a lot of venues to the table. These are opportunities that we've just not had in the past.
On the heels of that, I mean, right away from that, we knew that we wanted to expand our campus here at Shelby campus. We were able to get the property because of Judy's relationship with the mayor of Hoover. Looking back, you had the right leader in both positions, because if the Hoover mayor had not been there and had been visionary himself, he wouldn't have seen what he could do. He took the proceeds from us purchasing the property and developed the Veterans Park. So what a great idea and what a great community benefit that's been.
Judy was a lady with a vision. She had integrity, undeniable. She had a passion for the community and for the state, for Jeff State, and everything she did.
Number-wise, no, she was had been president 35 years, which is 70% of our first 50 years we're celebrating. She has made everything better, much stronger, and she's positioned the college to go forward. Now, I think both of us would like to feel like the next president will do even better, because that would mean what we did was important.
Today, Jefferson State's 4 campuses, Jefferson, Shelby Hoover, St. Clair Pell City, and Chilton Clanton, serve over 12,000 students annually, 60% of whom transfer to a 4-year institution.
As an aerospace engineer student at AUBURN University, I felt very well prepared coming from Jefferson State Community College.
Jeff State students come to us extremely well prepared for the rigorous academics at Montevallo. So we're always pleased when we have someone in the Jeff State family enter our gates here at Montevallo.
Always enjoyed that I came from Jeff State. I'm very proud of that.
After staying home with my daughter for a few years, I decided I wanted to return to school. And Jeff State was just down the street, and I knew I needed a smaller school with smaller classes.
That was such a pivotal moment in my life. And I would never have dreamed of the relationships that I built that came here with me. We were able to make that transition together, and it has been one of the most important times of my life because of that.
Now that I'm graduating from Montevallo, I can look back and understand how important Jeff State was in my life.
No matter your age, background, or circumstance, you can find your place at Jefferson State.
It was a rough time in my life at that time. I needed to make some really hard decisions, and so I decided to go back to school and get an education so I could get a decent job to support the family. Went into my local library and I found a flyer there from New Options. It's a program for non-traditional students. They met a lot of my needs, and that was encouragement that you can do this. Other people have done it. You can do this. 5 years later, here I'm sitting with my bachelor's from UAB, so it was a success. When it was time for me to start my career journey, I reached back to my Jeff State family. My major's in accounting, and I'm doing accounting work as a result from the Career Center at Jeff State. So from beginning to end, they've been there for me.
Our 2-year degree programs provide training for in-demand careers.
The Culinary Hospitality Institute strives to produce graduates that will go out in the community and make a difference. We have the longest running accredited program in the state of Alabama. Students come into our class, into our curriculum. We have instructors that are from the industry and have knowledge and skills behind them. Example of what sets our program apart is the opportunity for students to work in our restaurant, the Bistro Pavari, translate Italian, bistro to taste. Students have an opportunity to come in and actually run a restaurant. The Birmingham area is positioned as one of the top 10 cities in the U.S. to look for growth in the restaurant industry. And we have opportunities to put those students in properties throughout the community.
Jeff State Culinary Program has provided us at our restaurants, Highlands, Bottega, Chez Fonfon, with an incredible number of talented people. We do have really high standards here, and so we need to have people that also can share our high standards. We have been extremely happy with the caliber of students that have come to us. Pretty much all been able to work with our system because of an inherent concern for quality.
Emergency care is a continuum of care. It starts the minute 911 answers a dispatch call till the patient goes home, hopefully alive and well. And what we do at Jeff State is we train people in EMT and paramedicine to get out there and manage those emergencies in the first few minutes of somebody's life when it actually makes a difference.
We have training aids pretty much for all the different skills that paramedics are trained to do that they can learn on. We have a really good understanding of what technology is and how to use it. So all of the performance that's done in the laboratory, we record hundreds of data points on all those things, and we're able to make sure that they're productive and that they're efficient, and they're able to get much better results in much less time because of our use of technology.
Here in the Manufacturing and Technology Center, you can learn about automation technology. One of the things that really excites me is the need for technology is so great because baby boomers leaving job, and plus the new creation of jobs with Alabama bringing in new manufacturing plants. Our students can earn a 2-year degree, Associates in Applied Science degree in Manufacturing Technology. They can also earn short-term, long-term certificates as well as industry-specific credentials. This enables the students to be able to get jobs in some of the major companies in our area, including Honda Manufacturing of Alabama, Mercedes-Benz, as well as all the other manufacturing companies that support the industry here in Alabama.
We are very proud of our nursing students here because we know that we offer them the top of the line experience. We are very proud of our simulation lab where students can go in and actually have an actual experience, and we feel that that also prepares them to critically think and to actually go out and to work better in the workplace.
The students that rotate through our facility from Jeff State are very well prepared. They bring their knowledge and what they've learned in the classroom and in their simulation lab over to the clinical side, and we're able to expand on that.
The time when you're in the hospital is you're the most vulnerable, and so I think that, you know, having great nurses and the love that we have for our patients, I think that that's just something I've always wanted to do, is just to help people.
I have a classroom full of students that really care. They really want to make a difference in the world. They want to make a difference in their patients' lives, and they're all there for the right reasons.
We commemorate 50 years of empowering students to shape their own destinies. For 5 decades, Jefferson State has provided education, access, and opportunity to which students have added vision, commitment, and hard work. As a result of this collaboration, futures have been forged and lives have been changed.
Leadership is about goodness. It's about, and a lot of leaders don't see it that way. They think it's about managing, or just ordering or directing. Or leadership is about setting something in motion, perhaps, and then watching it grow. And the watching it grow is the fun part of it.